Earlier this year, Sinners surprised everyone. These past couple of weeks, Superman has soared. And Thunderbolts, well, people who saw it loved it at least. And according to a recent article from Variety, superheroes and horror movies aren't guaranteed hits anymore. But here's the thing, the problem might not be the movies, it might be us. In the article I'm responding to, linked in the description, Variety's Rebecca Rubin recently reported on the box office's shifting tides. Studio insiders and exhibitors say audiences are more selective than ever. They claim people are demanding higher quality, only showing up for the most famous franchises and characters. So, what does quality really mean in this context? Are people craving greatness or just familiarity? Does craving quality mean only going to the movies for the one or two or three most likely chances of being entertained and then ignoring everything else for the entire year? Let's talk about Sinners. It had legs, meaning it grew thanks to word of mouth. But its opening weekend was actually fairly quiet. Why? Because it was original. No pre sold IP, no nostalgia bait, just a good story well told. But it had to fight tooth and nail to get noticed in its second weekend to get to where it ended up. Now compare that to Superman, which thankfully was also a great film. One of my favorites this year, in fact. But it had the power of iconography and decades of recognition behind it. Superman didn't need to earn your trust, you already knew him. Or take Thunderbolts, a bold, character driven superhero movie that critics praised, a Marvel movie with real teeth and emotional weight. But it wasn't Avengers and it wasn't Deadpool, and that was enough to keep crowds away. Not because it wasn't good, but because the title wasn't familiar, and neither was its ensemble of characters from lesser seen movies and shows. Which brings us to the real issue. Audiences are showing up two, maybe three times a year, and only for what they already know. We say we want originality, but we don't support it. We say we're tired of sequels, but we ignore the hidden gems. The numbers don't lie. Companion, Drop, Elio, brilliant, bold, and mostly overlooked. Hollywood chases trends, and more than that, it chases ticket sales. If we only show up for nostalgia, guess what they'll keep feeding us? That's not on filmmakers, that's on us. And look, I know not everyone could go to the movies often. Life is expensive. Time is short and streaming is easier, even though we know that movies don't earn more based on our views that way. On occasion, other people in movie theater audiences can be jerks, holding full volume conversations or lighting up the whole room with their smartphones in the first 5 minutes of the movie. But if you care about cinema, that extra trip is still worth it. A night at the movies isn't just entertainment, it's a vote. For creativity, for risk, for art. That indie horror you skipped might be the next Get Out. That quiet drama might stay with you forever, but only if we give it the chance. Yes, I'm excited for likely franchise blockbusters like tomorrow's The Fantastic Four First Steps, Wicked for Good this November, but I'm just as eager for something like Noah Baumbach's Jake Kelly, especially after the work he did on Marriage Story. So yes, the industry must do better. So must we. We don't just consume cinema, we shape its future, and it's time we started acting like it. So support bold cinema, seek out what's unfamiliar, and be part of the change.